Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and the Avengers issue number 23. We got a whole lot of badass action in here and a bunch of crazy things that just really didn't work. So it's a mixed bag at the very least, but sometimes that's just how you got to put together a book. I don't even know what else to say about it, but let's get into all that craziness after we talk about who made this book. All right, so this particular issue is called Challenge of the Ghost Riders Part 2, Hell Race 666, which is like the campiest freaking name ever. And yet somehow it works. I don't know. All right, so Jason Aaron is the writer. Stefano Caselli is the artist. They're both considered storytellers here. Jason Keith is the color artist. VC's Corey Petit is the letterer. Stefano Caselli and Frank Martin did the cover. And a whole bunch of people, including an Alex Ross, did the variant covers. So Carlos Law did the graphic design. And Stan Lee and Jack Kirby created the mother effing Avengers. So the exorcism doesn't work, which is cool, and the Celestial is bleeding from its, I don't know, I guess you'd call them eyes, visual sockets, whatever you want to call them. They're Celestials. They're godly beings. They can see out of their butthole if they need to. But if they were bleeding out of that would just be, like, extra specially weird. But, like, wow, man, you going to tell anybody? Anyway, Captain America and all the Avengers, remember those really goofy suits that they were wearing for whatever reason? I know the quantum tunneling thing in the Endgame movie. Yeah, these suits are a lot worse. like Hellblazer put the freaking what do they call it? His little symbol on there, his pentagram symbol. Like, really, and I just don't see Captain America wearing something like. I'm just saying, no, you get a little white out and paint that out. So that's just no, man, whatever. It's kind of freaking weird. Scenes like the giant-sized arm, the destroyer arm, while they're in to his body, they make sense because the destroyer arm is a lot effing bigger than his regular arms. So I did hear some people complaining about that in the Facebook group, the Comic Book University Facebook group. All the love in the world, brothers, and yes, it does look goofy and doofy as hell, but come on, man. Like, you've seen the destroyer armor, right? It's huge, and Thor's like this. It's like, the arm's gonna be big. The arm's gonna be big. I would actually just like him to get his regular old arm back. I'm just saying, like, you know, ring, ring. Yes, is this Professor Bill? Why, yes, this is Professor Bill. To whom am I speaking? Well, this is Marvel. Oh, hey, how you doing, Marvel? What's up? Is that Mr. Marvel? What do we got there? Gender inspecific, so Marvel X. Anyway, listen, what we like to do is we like you to write Thor. What do you think is the first thing you'd like to do? Give him his freaking arm back. Well, we'll get right on that. Anyway, what is this with the freaking arm thing? We're done. It's done. He's a god. He should be able to have his arm back. Granted, I know Tyr and all that stuff and Odin with the eye. Man, Asgardians get it bad, don't they? So anyway, I get a good scene of how powerful Man-Thing Jr. is. Son of Man-Thing. That's what Thor would call him at the very least. And he's just like super power. He kind of like has a Spider-Man moment where he's holding everything up and everybody's like, oh, how powerful is he? Even Hellstrom, that's what I meant to say before. Hellstrom is like, oh, you guys seem to be doing a good job. Where the hell did you get a miniature Man-Thing? Like, this is what I'm talking about. I didn't actually say it yet, but I'm going to tell you about what I'm talking about, and then that's what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is some love for the Man-Thing, bruh. Like, you know, this big, ugly thing. Where is he? Where is he? He's up there somewhere. I took him down. I put him away in my storage box. Ain't that something? I finally get an opportunity to talk about the Man-Thing. What happens? I take down my Build-A-Figure. Freaking whatever. Anyway, Man-Thing, dude. Dude needs some love because he's the Man-Thing. What do you call it? There's some weird things that happen in this book, okay? I think this was in the preview pages that I showed, but whatever. Like, you know, these crazy things right here. I like the idea that it's like, oh, yes, Carol Danvers' photonic level blast. It's good against most anything. Yes, it should be. It is pure freaking energy. Non-specific, well, it's photonic, but you get the idea. It's like super powerful. But then you got something like freaking... what is this? What the hell is this thing called? The breathing gun. Blade has a breathing gun. Didn't we have something like that in Dune? Like the David Lynch movie? Muad'Dib, my name has become a killing. That's not the weirding way. Stop it. But then you got this thing here. The concentrated napalm. Okay, that's cool. I kind of get that. Effective against most mystic threats. You know, you got Black Panther. He's got this suit with all these crazy things. in some ways, I want to just be like, stop trying to make him like Doctor Doom. He's gone back. Like look at what they actually did with Doctor Doom, right? This was Hickman, right? Goes back in time and gets a piece of the first cross. Well, it wasn't really the first cross, but you get what I'm saying. Jesus is crossed, basically, and has it in the armor so that when he fights against Dracula, the Lord of the Vampires, he's like, bitch, please. There was a story behind there. Here, it's just, he's got concentrated napalm, so blessed napalm. They take napalm, and they start doing the whole, oh, zombie, that stuff. Like, come on now. But, it's like, what the freaking, and it just looks like that. It's all purple. It's taking up the shape of his freaking arm. Look, man. I like it, and I don't like it. I don't like it because there's no story behind it. All right? I like it because it's cool, but there should be a story behind it. Ring, ring. Hello, Professor Bill. It's Marvel again. Oh, hi, Marvel X. How you doing? Yeah, listen. So we want you to write Black Panther. What do you think you'd do? Well, first thing, I'd bring back a little bit like Christopher Priest. Just a little bit. Not too much. Some of the stuff was just a little bit crackers, and I'm not going there, all right? But what I will say is, yes, have some absolute badassery, and have it so that, unlike Bruce Wayne, who's got like Lucius Fox and Alfred Pennyworth, and maybe a couple other people here and there, they're going to make a whole bunch of things for him. No. He's got an entire nation of the brightest and the best there. So you've got an entire science department with all the divisions of science, and like an entire magical department with all the divisions of magic in it. And you got you got psychics for future readings and stuff like that. And all these people working together. So it's not like, oh, Black Panther is, smart by himself. No. Black Panther smart by himself means nothing. He's got an entire nation of the best and brightest behind him. Unlike Tony Stark, unlike Batman, unlike all these other people who are doing things all by himself, he's just like, now I'm going to get a little bit of help from my friends. What do you think? We'll get right back to you. I'll wait for that call. In the meantime, having the science department and the engineering department working together, oh, let's make this, super napalm soup because, it'd be really cool and whatnot. And all of a sudden, here comes, the priestly department and the magical department. They're just like, it'd be cool. Or just Black Panther overseeing it, Shuri overseeing it. It's like, no, this is good. But you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to make the recommendation to bring it to, the Holy Division. You know what I'm saying? The priests and stuff like that. Have them bring in some Jabari priests and bless this stuff and see what happens then. And all of a sudden, it's like shadow magic. You know what I'm saying? The shadow science of vibranium. Anyway, I'm getting way too in depth with that, which is a problem that freaking Aaron has. Stop making cool things with zero explanation. Jesus, you've got right now, you've got one of the premier Black Panther stories going because the thing up in space, a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird. Anyway, this is what I want to see. Except add to it. He created the Agents of Wakanda in this book. For crying out loud. Actually have something where you get to see why he came up with such an insane thing like concentrated napalm. God, I'm spending too much time on that. Anyway, the book continues and you wind up getting this super powered being that's so ridiculously, unbelievably strong that he's able to possess the Sentinel, the Alpha Sentinel. Now, we've only seen something like this once before, and that's when Robbie Reyes did it. So what kind of a power could possibly repossess this big, gigantic freaking thing? Oh, wait, I know. Read the book. You'll understand. Go out to the local comic book store, support your local comic book store, support the comic book industry. Yeah, because this is cool. And they've been telling us this is going to happen. And when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I expected this, but it was still cool. Why? Because there's a lot of positive lip service paid to it in the book. It's almost like they're praising this guy who they've got to try and kick his ass now. And I love that. Absolutely love that about the way, that Aaron writes. He's able to make a threat seem extremely credible by what other people are saying or thinking about the threat that they're facing. That is one of the premier Aaronisms that I love about his writing. He's got issues, but I enjoy most of his issues. Anyway, the art in this book is incredible, and that's defined most with the race through hell between Blaze and Reyes. I love the trash talking that they wind up doing with each other in this book. It is freaking epic level. I love that Blaze is sitting there cheating his ass off, and he's like, "You do realize that I'm the devil right now, right?" I mean, and we get to here's the thing. Robbie Reyes never made a deal with the devil, right? He makes the first deal with the devil here in this book. I love that that's acknowledged. That is perfect. We're going to wind up getting his ratified origin story, and I'm digging it. I'm definitely digging what we're about to see with this as I'm reading forward. Guys, this is only issue number 23. You know what that means, right? In 2 issues, we're going to wind up having a 25th anniversary, and I can't imagine the insanity that we're going to see in the pages of that book. But oh, hells yes, I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, guys, until Marvel actually does give me a call, which, yeah, good luck, right? I'm just going to keep on reading this badassery because I'm enjoying what I'm seeing in this book. Yes, there are definitely major problems with the book also. There's a bunch of really weird things that just somehow don't make sense. But with Aaron, I've learned, specifically through his Thor stories, just wait, because he's probably going to explain it. And if he doesn't, Donny Cates is going to come along later and be like, hey, remember that thing that you left, the gaping plot hole? What gaping plot hole? This one. Boom! And there's a whole new damn legacy behind it. So you know what? I trust that we're all in good hands. So until then, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.